Um, so in this workshop, we'll first start off by stating who we are. I am part of a team called 2to.ai. So our mission is making technology accessible to drive education and innovation. We do this by empowering businesses to leverage AI for growth and creativity. Now, coming back to me again, I am the co founder. And like I said, my mission is to make technology accessible so founders can focus on building instead of struggling to find the right support. If we look at it, the problem that founders face is that one of the biggest challenges founders face is finding funding that actually matches their startup. So founders spend hours searching through websites, PDFs, and old posts, only to apply for opportunities that don't fit. It's time consuming, confusing, and honestly discouraging. So the solution that we built, it's a funding agent. That's exactly why we built the funding agent. The funding agent searches for multiple grant sources across the internet. It filters them and then provides a matched score showing how well each opportunity fits your startup profile. It saves time, removes guesswork, and gives clarity instantly. I'll go by demonstrating, giving like a live demo of the funding agent. And then after that, I will open up the floor for questions and answers. So, in order for us to access the funding agent, you'd have to go to our portal. I'll share the link below. It's www.tuto.digital. And then it takes you to the platform that we have with the different tools that we provide. So, in it, you'll select the funding agent where you'll have access to this tool. So in this instance, we would want to go about utilizing this tool to raise funds. For start off, we can first start off by entering the amount that we would want to raise. So we can first start off by saying 100,000 USD, 1, 2, 3. And after that, we will select our category. So in the category, so for Tuto, it's an artificial intelligence company. We will select artificial intelligence. And then the organization type, we can select from for-profit, non-profit, startup, or SME. For this instance, we would select for-profit. After that, we will select our business stage. So looking at the situation that we are at pre-seed. We can select this. You have different options to select. So let's say if you're early stage or growth, you can select those two. But for now, we will select the pre-seed. And then we can select the funding type that we want to use. We have options from grant, which is grant money, or equity free. In this situation, we would select any of these, seeing that we would want to source multiple forms. So we select any. And then on the industry, we can select the type of industry that we'd want to select. In this instance, you have different forms from healthcare, education, agriculture. But in our situation, we would select technology. And then after that, the final option would be selecting your location. The location that we are going to select would be South Africa. And then you can just look at it and see if everything matches out. So we said funding amount, 100,000 USD, category artificial intelligence, organization for profit, pre-seed. Once we have everything all entered in, we can select the search option. So in this instance, it provides me 46 opportunities sorted by relevance. So when you look at the feedback that it gives you, it shows you all the different opportunities that you could apply for. So in this instance, it shows a scoring of how much this grant or opportunities matches your search. So in this scenario, it provides me a 19% match. We can look at opportunities one by one, and then we'll select the ones that we would want to apply for later on. So we can first look at The first one, it says the Youth Employment Service, yes, SME Development Program for young South African entrepreneurs. If you want more details about it, we can click on the more details part where it gives us more information about the grant opportunity. It shows us that the deadline is 21 November. Applications are now open. So it shows us who can apply. So research, entrepreneurs, student, and youth. And then it looks at the geographical focus, global, and then it can show me what is it that I will get from it. So it says award training conference, scholarship, masters, internships. And then it shows me the duration. So month quality work experience for unemployed young people to become the future managers. So in this instance, what I'll try to do is if I find this to be useful or if it matches with my requirements that I want, what I could do is save this opportunity for later on. So you can click on the save. So this will be your bookmark where you save all the relevant grant opportunities. And if I go step by step, we could look at the other ones. So this one, it gave me an 18.71. It's in agriculture. I don't think I have a match for that. So it's in the deadline is 13 November. And if I scroll back, so this one, it says Kathiness Business Fund Apprenticeship for SMEs, UK. So it shows me the award amount. So it shows me £24,000 and it shows me the type. I don't think that one would be a match for me. I would look at the other one. So apply for Rio IT Accelerator. The deadline is in 23rd January 2026. If I look at more information about it, I can see that the deadline is on the 26th. I can look at the opportunities. So entrepreneurs, NGO, companies, and startup. The duration is year RIT groundbreaking sponsorship completion. So if this one, I'd say I would want to apply for it. I'll save it for later. Then as I go down the list, the Development Bank Nigeria. So this is a program for Nigeria. It gave me a 13% match. If I scroll down, so creation, initiative, South African culture. So the application deadline is on the 7th of December. Applications are now open. Let me select for more information. I can see the geographical focus. So it's a global opportunity. And the duration for the mentorship and incubation program, including taking necessary time off business. You must be available for the date. So this one, it seems interesting. I can close it and I could save it for later on. So as I go through this list, essentially how the process would work like is like, if I see something that I'm interested in, I would save for later on. So let's see, as I scroll down, submission for customer service, £50, e-energy observant, invite startup to develop initiative solutions for digital consumers by combining physical. I'll look at the more details on this one. Award submission open for digital services. Challenge 14 November. It seems like it's a match. I can save it also for later on. And as I scroll down, I would normally look at, oh, there's another one that's interesting. SAP Young Professional Program, South Africa for Young South African Graduates. Let's look at the information, applications unspecified, SAP Young Professional Program, application duration, then it shows me the duration lasts for 2 months. This one would seem interesting. I'll save it. And as I go down through this list, call for applications, AI enabled. So this one is for more energy, application society program, Samsung EP development for Black-owned South African SMEs. This one seems interesting. Let's look at for more information. Global, so geographical focus, global Africa. Duration, the turnover has to be less than 50 million per annum. So this one, we close this, we'll save it for later on. And as I scroll down, call for application, Vienna, Australia. Then once I've seen through all this list opportunity, the next part would be for the application part. And then I would go to my saved opportunities. And the next part in this would be for us to apply for these opportunities. Then when we click on the apply now, it hyperlinks me to where that post was posted. And how I would go about it is look for the link and then click on it. Then I would normally go about entering my details and applying for that grant. Now, once I'm finished with the application process, what I could do is, since I'm finished with this, what I'll do is I would delete the application once I'm finished with it, or I could just leave it saved for the purposes. Now, essentially, this tool enables me to keep track of all the applications that I apply for, seeing that that was one of the major things that we kind of struggled with when it comes to applications. So the way that we would normally go about it was to go online, look at these different platforms, don't even have a track of what's going on, which one did I apply for, which one did I miss. And as a result, with this tool, it enables you to monitor and keep your applications in one space. And essentially, that is the tool that I wanted to share with you guys for today. If you think that this would be something that you'd find useful, I will share the link with you guys. It's like after the meeting, even now. Let me just go about sharing it on the platform. So our link is www.2to.digital. And yeah, within the link, when you click on it, you are able to create your account. After creating an account, you'll be able to log into the platform. So how we go about it is that we've designed it in a way that you are able to have 3 searches per month. That is our freemium plan. You're able to search 3 times within a month, and once that it expires, it'll prompt you to go to our 2to Plus subscription, where you have unlimited searches. And yeah, I think that's what I wanted to showcase with you guys. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask. The floor is open. Let me see. Let me stop sharing again. So all of this info we find on your app. Yes, yes, yes. It's a link. You guys are free to open up the mic and speak. So we are recording this session, and we will be sharing it on our YouTube and sharing it with people, investors, just to showcase how we go about doing the process. So please feel free to open and speak about your business. If you have any business, how do you guys go about raising funds? What are like your challenges when it comes to raising funds? Please feel free to share with us. Oh, I'm seeing reactions. Are you guys shy? It seems like I'm gonna. Can I talk? Yes, yes, you can talk now. Your name is
All
Leo.
right.
I'm also.
Oh, all right. Good day, colleagues. Thank you very much for the very much needed knowledge. What with regards to my business, I just recently switched to coffin manufacturing. It's
Mm,
not necessarily a new business. I've been in the carpentry, but now I want to fully focus on coffins only.
mm,
But it came at a time where my credit score is very low.
mm,
And through research, I realized no, most funders want a good credit score. But I heard through the grapevine that one of the government departments doesn't look at a personal credit score. I
mm,
needed to find out all these opportunities that you are speaking about. Are they following the same procedure of looking at the personal credit score, or is there any other way um, I could get funding or grants for that matter so that I don't get left behind? The kind of business I'm in really requires a lot of capital injection. It would take
mm.
a lot of people to come through for me just to have an offtake. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my question. I'm hoping that the people on the platform could also plug me in terms of funeral parlors that I can approach or would be in need. I'm based in Gauteng. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So within applying for these applications, the ones that we apply for are like for profit, and the requirements that they mostly ask would be a pitch deck. So a pitch deck, I haven't experienced one that asks me for a credit score. I'm not sure why, how other people's experience was like, but in most of the applications that we apply for here at 2to.ai was through pitch decks, business plans. They're really heavy on business plans and pitch decks. Not sure if that answers your question.
It does. I think it's another way of applying for funding without them looking at the perspective. So you can kindly share those with me. But looking at it, someone discouraged me and tell me, no, some investors no longer look at business plans. So it becomes very, very frustrating that I cannot know everything.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm only exposed to most government entities
Mm,
because in any way, the previous decade I've been in government contracts. So if there are private investors who'd only want my pitch deck and have a good understanding where I'm going, I would
mm, mm.
gladly go for it. And I think also with my business plan, I would want to polish it a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's a nice way to look at it. So, can you speak more on like your business? I think you touched a bit on it. Can you just give me like a detail on like how it works? What is your process like?
All right. So previously, I've been in wood manufacturing, but I would start the process at the factory, at the forest, cut a tree and turn it into a plank, from a plank into a product. Mostly it would be a school desk or a coffin. So I'm cutting all those processes of
Mm, mm,
me, the logistics of going to a forest, cutting the tree and turning into a product. Now I'm outsourcing uh, boards or rather
yeah.
planks and then turn them into a coffin. So with
Mm,
that said, that means I'll only be focusing on premium coffins, also solid wood coffins, and also
mm,
special
mm,
designs as per requirements. So I'm more or less the same as other coffin manufacturer in the country. The only difference is that with me, I'm able to produce more solid wood because I understand the different planks as well, and I know where to outsource them, or I can even get them. So I just registered with the South African National Bureau of Standards, where most
mm,
of my competitors don't have that safety quality management system.
mm,
So yeah, that's about it. So my target market will be funeral parlors, government hospitals,
mm.
those that really, I think there's a term for it, people who cannot be found and they just get buried by the government somewhere. That would be my target market, and also I'm looking into going into SADC countries.
Oh, oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. I guess you mentioned about uh polishing your pitch deck. Please drop your. Let me drop my email. We could help you with that service. So one of the service that we provide is through design. So we help companies also improve their designs and pitch decks. So if it's something that you'd be interested in, let's just drop. Then we could have a look and see how we can make it much more nicer. Say tutor.dj. Thank you for the contribution. No, Maina Aga. Is there anyone else who would want to share more about like their business?
Yes, hi guys.
Hi Bernard. Hi Bernard. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, as you can see, my name is Bandad Mutai. From Kenya. I don't know if there are any others from this part of the continent. Yeah, no, my contribution is around yeah, the fact that over the few months and maybe a couple of years now, you've sort of sent applications out and yeah, you don't get much traction. So at times, I don't know if it is maybe the sector that you're in that might not be of interest to the funders or something, but yeah, it's a bit of a tricky space to navigate. So whether it is how you've presented yourself, if you think that, okay, at least from my perspective, the sector I think and what I'm doing, I think is viable, it's scalable, it's okay. What I do, we
Yeah.
produce fermented milk, traditional fermented milk. So we package that and sort of now presenting it to more of like urban customers who'd otherwise not have access to it now. And for now, we're sort of focusing on Nairobi, but there is opportunity to scale it up now to a national level. Being a traditional fermented drink, it's a very niche space, not directly competing with the big dairy producers in the country, because I know they cannot produce what I'm producing. And there is also the opportunity to look at other traditional, dairy drinks from other communities. So it's a relatively niche route that I would want to sort of expand to. So yeah, so it's basically trying to look for support in that journey.
Yeah. Can I ask how do you go about like your funding process? What type of grants do you like normally apply for?
Um, well, it's stuff that like I come across within our ecosystem. I know there are some there are some groups like now. I was just about to actually start one. They call themselves VC4A. Or I don't know if
Oh,
you have
VC
them
for
down
Africa.
there.
Yeah,
Yes,
VC for Africa.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, so
Venture for
like in
Africa.
fact I was about to initiate one. I had done one with them last year, but I think it was for a different project that didn't go through. So I wanted to put in a one specifically for dairy. um yeah, and then there was also I think a Growth Africa one, Growth Africa group. um yeah, and there was some other GIZ, local GIZ ones. But yeah, so it's and what I see at this point is just cash flow that is really hindering, further growth at this stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How often do you go about like this process of raising funds? How many times do you do it like within a month?
Oh no, no, no. Okay, it's not that aggressive now. Also, yeah, maybe that's the other thing. Then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I think for this year probably two. Well, that's too little.
Yeah, that's too little. But with the tool that we provided, you can outsource multiple. And I think the approach would be like maybe dedicating some time within your week, maybe once a week, where you could try to apply. Because I think that the more you put yourself out there, the more people see like your work, the greater your chances of getting a response.
Yes.
Uh, Thanks, Bennett. Thanks, Bennett. Good luck on the fundraising. Oh, Noah's asking, is fermented milk like Inkomazi in South Africa? Uh,
I think, well, I think so, because fermented milk, right from the commercially produced ones, are the same, because we now start off with similar commercial culture, but we sort of differ, because for us, we now don't put in preservative, we don't remove anything from the milk, so it's whole milk. And for the particular community that I'm from, there is a particular tree that we convert to like charcoal and mix that with the milk. It acts as a preservative as well as giving it flavor. So that's what's unique about it. So, other communities do their own, others just use the smoke in a gourd and put it in, there are all sorts of variants. And so trying to also commercialize the process is, some of the learnings you would need to do for the other milks that are not yet commercially available. So I'm sure it is similar to what the writer has asked there.
oh, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Is there anyone inside the group who wants to share their experience with fundraising? What are challenges have been like? What are you currently struggling with? Um, okay. I guess if that's the case, I'll pick one. I will ask Amos. Hi, Amos. How you doing?
Doing fine, thank you, sir.
I just saw you just came through. I just wanted to ask about your business. Uh, have you raised any funds? Do you struggle with raising funds? How's your process like when it comes to raising funds?
Actually, we don't have the means. Uh, we don't have the forces. We don't have the network. In fact, that is one of the major challenges that we've been facing because my business is just in, uh, at the early stage. So it's just now that we are trying to put things in order. But the major challenge that we've been facing is how to raise the fund. And I saw this opportunity, then I key into it because I see it as a place of learning where somebody can have insight and learn a lot in order
Mm-mm-mm.
to help, yeah, to help in the business administration and all of that. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh. Thanks for sharing that. Can you share more on like on your business? What's your business about?
Oh, okay. I'm into agribusiness, so I registered with the Agency of Nigeria.
Mm.
I'm also a certified green ambassador under African Network of Green Ambassadors. Yes, so that is what I do. But at the moment, we do supply of raw materials, grains, and some of those things. And we also organize training for farmers. We enlighten them on uh, how to coordinate the the farming process, and also how to eradicate the post-harvest blues and some of the challenges that we face is in the area of farming and even the irrigation. So that is what we do now. But we are trusting God to, we have so many projects to carry on, but due to the limited resources, we are not able to do that.
Oh, can I, with the quick questions, like how often do you raise funds?
Yeah, actually, I do the little, I use the little resources I have because I'm also into farming. In fact, is that is my major, that is the business that I inherited from my father. So
Mm-mm.
that is what I do at the moment. I am not working under any company, but I've been in agribusiness for long, and
Mm-mm.
I am currently I am trying to also build network of other like-minded organizations that we share the same vision and mission. So that is what I do. But at the moment, all the things, the little programs and the thing that we been doing, I use the little resources I have in my own little way. That is what is on ground, but I have never gotten any funding from anywhere yet.
Oh, all right. I think, I'm not sure if you just entered in now, but you just demonstrated the whole process on the tool that we've created and how it can help you raise funds. So we'll be recording the session, and I think after we'll be sharing it on the platform, so you can, when you get time, just really look at it. If it helps you, you can visit our link that we'll also share. And yeah, see. So if that's the case, is there anyone further who'd like to share the business, about the business and what it is that they do, what challenges that they face when raising funds?
No, just a quick one. I can Bernard, I think it's Bernard, the one who does fermented milk, to contact me. I'm hoping he saw my message.
Oh, let me see if Bennett is still in the room.
Let me check. I don't think I paid that much attention. Let me see.
All right. Oh, it says please resend. All right. Thanks, you got it. All right. I guess if that's the case, thank you everybody for sharing your time and the feedback that you've given. It's really insightful information. Hopefully, we can take that and implement it into the tool and become useful for you guys. I think the meeting was scheduled to end at 6:30, but seeing that we've covered most of the stuff that we wanted to cover, I would end this meeting and thank you and have a great night. Good luck on all your funding and God bless. Cheers, guys.
Bye. Thank you, Neil.
Bye.